anyone or anything except for me.
Oh.
That is my job.
You can punt me too. I approve. It's okay.
Oh no, we're not doing this on stream.
Too late. I already did it.
I'm not biting on stream.
Oh god.
So. Not in a weird way.
Also, I will say thank you to everyone who's followed today. I don't really call follows on TK streams, but I really do appreciate it.
Alright, so I'm excited to see how this matchup gets played. Because Orcane, I think, is a matchup that a lot of ABSAs historically have had a lot of trouble with. At least back when I was actively playing the character. Because Orcane can just kind of like weave in, and just being short means Absa has a hard time just hitting with her moves. Like,
good catch right there.
Yeah. As Orcane, you generally, or against Orcane, you generally just do want to find the situations where you can kill him off the top, because it's much easier to kill him off the top than off the side.
Yeah. The same thing can also ring true for Absa. So like both these characters are going to be destroying each other off the ceiling. Because their up airs are stupid.
And I did like the edge guard we were seeing from Salmon, just doing great at racking up that extra percent while Orcane was off stage. You don't always have to get a kill from an edge guard. Sometimes you just want a lot of percent and a lot of pressure. Because the more pressured an opponent feels, the more panicked they'll be to pick like the options that you can punish.
Yeah.
And just the state of the game and the momentum of the game is a really important thing to pay attention to. Like if the momentum's not really in your favor, you can kind of try and slow it down a bit.
I feel like Salmon's having a pretty tough time dealing with Orcane side B right now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And one thing that Absa actually can do if she spaces herself right, she can hold jab on oh my Discord froze. Help me.
Help you do what?
Okay, my Discord just froze. Hi.
Oh, crap. Are you seeing the video game?
Yes, it's just a bit laggy for me because my computer's messing up.
Hate to see it.
Quick, do your job.
Alright. Just knocking up air right there. Wasn't a battery though.
I do like this patience when getting back to stage. Kind of not just like slowly weaving their way into center stage as opposed to just pushing for it immediately. Especially against Absa, you kind of need to just slowly make space, and then when you have enough space to get in, just rush her so she can't zone you out.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Good confirm.
SLlP was doing an okay job, like slowly kind of inching towards the comeback right there. Like they were really far behind for most of the game, but for a little bit they were starting to come back. But at the end, yeah, just one hit and it's all over.
Yeah, that I did like it. It seemed like just a more basic, slower, playstyle just worked out, because like if you're constantly approaching Absa and she's just hitting you with these F tilts and catching you with her combos, she can just kill you.
Yeah.
Especially as a character like Orcane, where like you don't really have any disjoint or anything to, deal with her like F tilt and whatnot. Just...
Oh, there you go. Once again.
Oh, and yep, Galaxy's at 65.
Well, Spiritu is definitely a bit of a risky choice from SLlP, but like I said earlier, because both characters have such strong up airs, you're kind of making that trade. Like either way,
yeah. I think the important thing in this stage is actually less so the blast zones, because that again affects both of them a lot. But I think a big thing it affects is the open air space that you have. And I think if you want to just have that open air to play with, without any top flats or anything to worry about, this is a good stage to play. And I also just think that this is a pretty good stage for Arcane in general. But I'll let you finish.
I was gonna say, I actually feel like it's a little bit better for Absa still. The one thing is that Absa loses some ability here, but she's a lot better at flying through space vertically because of her double jump.
But on the same vein, it's also easier for Arcane to catch Absa's aerial mobility with it, like that. See, they go in that air and you can just catch them with bubbles, and then they're vulnerable. I always like to pick open air stages when I know someone likes to approach from or jump in a lot, because it means they have no cover to do so.
Gotcha.
And I think we're seeing here that Salmon does like to just jump in a lot, which there's a bit of patience and bubbles, and you can catch that and potentially score a really early kill with bubbles.
He relies very heavily on Absa's aerials, which makes sense. They're really good moves. But I think right now his ground game is a little bit lacking.
Yeah, it seems like we're seeing some more zoning here, just using the cloud. But that's the end of the game, so we can't see much more of it.
So imagine to take game 2 here, keeping it 1-1.
Yeah, definitely doing better in that game to just pull back and play better against Absa's, zoning and getting caught by a lot of big combos early on in the last game. We didn't see as much of that.
For sure.
The Tower of Heaven. This is a scary pick.
It's a bit scary.
I think this stage with Absa, it's like before I was talking about that open air, there's none of it here.
Yeah. I feel like most CK apps, I feel like Salmon can definitely work in his mobility some. So I could use the stage a little bit better. But still, it's probably going to do more for apps than it is for Arcane.
Yeah, you can see these up air juggles are really easy to hit on tower. And Absa her movement works really well with the platforms.
Close right there. Nothing off the dash attack. I really like punishing with Absa Dare when I can. Because if you sweet spot it, you get so many punish opportunities off of it.
You can get, you can start an aerial juggle, you can get up air at higher percent.
Yeah.
And look, yeah, we're seeing, that was an unfortunate SD.
At 69.
Nice.
Nice. And
oh my god, and
it's pressing buttons right now.
It's overwhelming punish game from Salmon, just kind of like I said, overwhelming slip. Just not really knowing how to escape these vortexes.
Salmon, I feel like definitely it's a bit like Sheer, where sometimes they'll struggle a bit in neutral, but the punish game, when he gets going, damn, he gets going.
We definitely saw the punish game be the big factor in that game, whereas I think in game one it was more so the Absa neutral that did it. Do we have game 4 or 3? Game 3. Yes? No, game 4.
Game 4. That's just Christmas Absa. You might have known that, but...
And being forced to recover with that is not a good thing, but carrying the cloud, that is an important thing to do against Absa. If you see they have a cloud habit, and they place cloud or use cloud with a certain spacing, you can usually get a parry, and that's just, a lot of the time that's just a kill for it.
Yeah.
Alright. Yet another stock for Salmon.
This actually isn't too far, not punishable. Little sauce.
You can just, down tilt. Or, no, not down tilt. That's what he did.
Down strong.
You can just down strong it. Will either kill or put them in a very bad position.
Yeah, possible up air opportunity. Because Orca down strong. Good move.
I think one thing that Salmon is not doing very well is calling out a lot of Slip's very reckless approaches. You notice how a lot of the time Slip just will set puddle down and then jump in with an aerial, and Salmon isn't really reacting to that. Which I think against Arcane you really have to, because if you catch one of those nairs, that SLlP is using to approach a lot, you can get an like an up tilt up air.
Or an up tilt up air. Whatever works.
Yep, up tilt 2 up air. It's funny. Yeah, doing a good job just DIing out of those bubbles, not being afraid to go back up stage if it means not getting hit by that up air.
By the way, I will say, I recommend personally not jumping after up tilt 2, because everyone jumps after up tilt 2. Blech, I can't talk. But yeah, everyone jumps after it, so eventually you can just start reading that, and you're just gonna get hit by up air, like, near the ceiling. So he's doing it every single time. This is just something I do when I play Absa, is like, I know that habit is intrinsic in almost everyone. And Salmon's doing a good job of using that right now.
And just barely living that, having to deal with this down B, and yeah, you gotta get used to the techs. A lot of what happened there was just a lot of not teching those down Bs, and again, just kind of just getting really out neutral there, just not being able to break that zone.
A bit, yeah. What's the thing I was gonna say? Oh yeah, Radio, if you're still in chat, I would recommend joining the CK Discord.
Sets of you playing bad is just as important of having sets of you playing good. You can take just as much from a set of your bad play as you can from a set of your good play.
Kind of more from a set of your bad play even, but...
Yeah, because I'm not gonna have a full conversation, but you're only, the way I say it, you're only consistently as good as you are at your worst. And if you're improving the level you're always at your worst, that is building consistency. Because it doesn't matter if your peaks are amazing if those only happen like once every 3 tournaments. Like,
yeah, totally fair.
That's my take though.
Losers semis time.
Oh yeah, I'm already seeing a lot of neutral.
Lots of neutral.
And now Salmon's getting Maple Dash attacked.
Dude. I would not play ranked. No.
Yeah, ranked
no.
is not a great way to improve.
The best way...
Friendlies.
Yeah, friendlies with voice chat if you are comfortable with that. And if you're not, keep an open line of communication so they can tell you what you're doing wrong. Having someone else, like, when you're not really sure what's going on at all, having someone else to, like, help guide you through and, like, point out things and help you understand concepts better is extremely important. And also just kind of solo practice, so like, you know, practicing your movement and stuff is extremely important. But yeah, ranked sucks. Like, do not take that seriously for a second.
Yeah, 200% agreed. I have learned so much more from playing friendlies with players better than me. If you're okay with losing, playing with players better than you is very valuable. But if it'll cause like frustration or whatnot, or like hurt your mindset, don't do it. It's just not worth that, because the mindset part is the most important thing. Keeping a good and strong mindset when it comes to competition is key.
Yeah.
And now we
What?
see
replay desync.
Was that a desync?
Wait.
Or
No, it wasn't
No,
a
I think-
desync. What?
I think
That was
think
such a
Salmon-
bizarre SD.
no, that was a replay desync.
E-play desync.
Oh hell.
Salmon took game 1. Poggers. Man, that was such a great... Was that even a comeback? That was such a great comeback from Salmon.
Well, hopefully the rest aren't.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
when
Salmon
it
did win that
desyncs,
game.
it always keeps the same winner, I found. So you don't have to worry about that. It's just, like, gonna look funny.
Yeah.
Alright, Salmon Matt, not taking that loss very kindly. Gonna be going back to Brazil Maple.
Yeah, Brazil Maple.
Brazil Maple.
Might be the most powerful one.
Might be.
So immediately, Matt is showing that they know how to like call out that aerial movement from Salmon, which we saw a lot of against SLlP. So we'll see if that becomes a big factor here.
Yeah.
I definitely see it happening.
Wow. Good idea for the punish. Didn't quite work out, but it happens.
Yeah. I do think there are a lot of situations where F tilt is a better punish.
If you ever need Sylph tips, hit me up. I like Sylph. He's cool.
I also like Sylph. I don't main Sylph or really actively play Sylph, but I do like Sylph.
Fair.
A lot.
Good edge cancel right there. I was saying earlier, I feel like a lot of CK apps need to work on their movement. That was some nice movement. I appreciate it. Nares.
I will say though, movement is important to be good at, but you don't ever want to be moving or you don't want to be moving a lot for no reason. At that point, it's just extra situations where you can get caught and hit.
Yeah.
Movement is great when you use it to work around your enemies or your opponent's enemies. God, I make this sound like fucking anime.
Yeah.
Work around your opponent's moves or projectiles or just like getting across the stage fast to approach.
Yeah, I mean, like most good movement's gonna be pretty low commitment, but it's all still a commitment at the end of the day. Like it can be punished. It's just hard.
Yeah, I'm just because I know so many players who put so much focus on their movement and want to like move really fast, but that's actually not the best way, or not that good a lot of the time. Because a lot of the time when you get into the habit of just moving a lot, your movement ends up being really autopilot-y and very punishable. So just be conscious about the way you're moving, and like if you notice that doing a certain movement gets you hit a lot, then try to mix it up.
Yeah. Mix-up's very important.
Yeah, it is good to know how to move like fast or like slow and methodical for the situation. All right, that was a good.
That was
up air tether, up air.
Tether, up air.
The
nice comeback.
You can DI out of up air tether, up air by just holding straight up on the second up air, but it's something you have to get used to.
It's super weird.
I don't expect someone who hasn't played like a lot of like higher level Maple to really do that consistently.
I sure as hell don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to learn because I fought many very good Maples from the time I started playing the game.
I do not fight many Maples.
Hey, did you know that my lifetime set record with Soul Rifle is 2-0?
Nice.
I beat him once in RAS and then once in a other tournament, which is right as he started getting really good.
Is Soul Rifle one of the players that had to get banned from RAS for bedtime?
No, that was.
I know Gizmo was one of them. I thought there were two.
The other one was Jason. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Jason.
Gotcha.
Also, I should probably talk about the game, but it's even. It's
very even, very on merchant court.
Yeah.
Not a bad pick from Salmon. This is a pretty solid stage for APSA. There are a lot of solid stages for APSA.
And I like this edge guarding.
Yeah.
Getting a bit, I think the F smashes are a bit too committal, but I do like that you're covering the space with them, just using them a bit to. You're not really reacting. You're just kind of throwing them out.
Yeah. Drain's doing a good job of just controlling that corner space though, and really making Matt have to think.
Yeah.
Thinking is hard.
Now I wonder, Salmon seems to be doing that same cloud after a double jump to hit Matt, like that at that specific angle. I wonder if Matt's gonna start punishing that.
We'll have to find out. Oh wow,
Yep.
that was nice.
That's that same coverage we saw in the set with, I think it was KD. Just covering that timing of the recovery with up special.
Yeah. Kind of punching them out of the sky.
Yep, getting the punish on the tether. Yeah, Salmon definitely wants. Oh.
That's a dead Absa.
Yeah, if you don't know how to DI that, it just kills you really early. Like that. Especially on characters like Absa and Eliana. That are both susceptible to getting hit by the up air and die early to it. Jules. I don't think I agree with this. Yeah, I am glad I was able to teach you that, because
I feel like...
Yeah.
I always feel like Jules, when you're one game away from losing, is like a surefire sign that you're kind of panicking.
I don't think so. I just think that Maple has a lot going for her in this stage because of the moving, I think the moving platform benefits Maple more than.
That'd be nice.
Because I think having a middle platform like there is in Gates, I think it hurts Absa more than helps. Because it just having that cover above, yeah.
Oh no, no dodge.
Oh. Yeah, you have to pick a defensive option there. You can't just like try to press a button or do anything else to get out. You have to either parry it, which a lot of the time if they're just pressing it really fast and not waiting, you just parry it.
Or like spam roll either. Like that can probably work too.
Yeah, you can spam roll. You just have to pick an option.
Yeah.
You can't just let it happen.
I'll say the reason I feel that way about Jules, most because I see this as like the most even stage in the game. And usually in that like last game situation, I feel like you really need to go all in and like give it everything you've got.
Yeah.
So.
I actually think Gates is the most even stage. I think this stage is actually really skewed for like. Again, I think it's a great Maple stage, and I don't think it's like the best Absa stage because again, the platform can kind of like hurt. It especially hurts approaches with Absa, because Absa does not want like Absa wants to be the one sitting under the platform, but if anyone else is sitting under it, then she just has trouble.
Yeah.
But yeah,
sure. I don't know. Most Absas don't really like Gates either, but.
Yeah. No, I just think having the platform, a low platform like that in that middle of the stage, especially, is